Hello, my friends. It's your friend Kevin, and I've come with something a bit different today than the cards. During my morning meditation, which I had guided this morning with Abraham Hicks, I will put the link to that morning meditation up here up there in the cards. You'll see it. And as I'm doing the meditation, my guides showed up, my angels showed up, which they do occasionally, but more vividly this morning as I'm actually listening to the words of Abraham and what the sifting and the sorting, and then came the part about balance. And of course, to my left side showed up the Alchemist that I haven't really connected with in a little while, and it was lovely for him to come and visit. So I am going to go into spirit and I'm going to bring in the Alchemist to hear what his message is. Hello, dear friends, dear friends, dear friends. Hello, hello, hello. It is gives me great pleasure to come through again, the young Master Kevin, and just explain a little message to you all about the word balance. As the young Master was saying while he meditated this morning, which you should all be doing on a regular basis, guided, unguided, simply sitting and listening to your breath going into your body, leaving your body, into your body, and leaving your body. Find that natural rhythm. I want you to think of a child, a baby. You watch the baby. Their whole body expands and contracts as you watch puppies, young animals. Their body expands and then contracts. That's simple. What this allows the vibrational energy to do from spirit to physical, it allows for the falling away of the distractive energy that keeps you away from the veil. You see, there is automatic processes that happen within the physical body, the neurons, neurological pathways, the ways with which the brain, the thoughts, the physical in this world that you are in, this time, space, reality, these neurons, the neurological pathways will connect up in a certain way to keep these habits of distraction going. For example, a thought may come into your mind. The teaching of meditation is to be non-attached to the thought, to allow the thought to drift along as if you were riding in a train, on a boat, in a car, looking out of the window. You see the images, you see what you see, and you are transported, you keep moving forward. Think of this as your way of non-reactive meditation, not getting into it, not forming an opinion about it, not attracting it. So my purpose this morning, or today, or whenever you've got it, it is the morning time where the young master is to explain to you that everything that's happening, everything that's going on in your world is being done so by deliberate creation. You are exactly where you intend to be. And as you exercise more of the present moment, more of the right here, right now, intentional being, directional manifestation, the space from one to another, the journey that goes from one step, one breath, one moment, 1 minute into the next. You are deliberately creating that which you have purposefully, intentionally, willfully decided to do. So the point I'm making here is that in this time and space, you find yourself moving along at what seems to be warp speed. No thing, no place, no person, no anything is predetermined unless you are part of the determination. Wherever you place your focus, wherever you place your energy, wherever you place your mind, in particularly your desires, is the deliberate manifestation, the deliberate intention. So I hear some of you, because the guides that work with me say, well, that seems preposterous. Everything seems preposterous when you first begin to learn it, to understand it. The way for you to become more adept at this new, brand new way of manifesting is to be present to when it has happened in your past experience. What has been your experience of where you have gone from one thing to the next thing without really paying attention to how you got there? You just thought of something, put the wheels in motion, the powers that be created the momentum and the focus happened, and voila, you have what you desired. But along with that one desire, there are more desires and more desires. This, in essence, is the universal law of attraction. However, the attraction comes as a magnetic pull from desire. Let me explain a little bit about how all that works. Some of you may be experiencing confusion. Your life, as you used to know it, was going along perhaps automatically. And then the energy shifted and the mass focus, global mass focus, shifted. And there was this somewhat pause on the culture and consciousness of the planet Earth that you're in, your existence, your physical world. And with this mass, I could say, pause, if you will, it was a global distraction, which is not necessarily new. These distractions have happened time and time and time again, centuries over centuries over centuries. However, this latest one that you are calling COVID and its subsequent breakdown, or we like to call it breaking through, has created a division. What has had to happen, as has happened before, as has happened many, many times, to create anything new, to create anything bright, to manifest something much more cohesive to the mass spiritual consciousness of the planet, there has to be a crumbling, a breaking down of what was. And in this, it is now occurring, breaking down and crumbling of what was, becomes this mass distraction, this mass chaos, this mass, what are we going to do now? What happens now? What happens now? What happens now? There, in the query of what happens now, is your opening for what you want to have happen now. Now, there are those who no longer feel or have not felt powerful. They've not felt seen. They've not felt heard. They've not felt listened to. They feel unimportant. And for those, the insecurity becomes the focus. And as you know, insecurity shows up in the form of fear. Vulnerability shows up in the form of fear. Folks who are vulnerable have put themselves out there. Vulnerability creates courage. There comes a point where every spirit remembers their power, remembers the journey with which they decided to come into this being, and they stand in their fullness, in their freedom, and something within their inner being, the inner being that is far greater than the physical being, the inner being that is an extension of everything on the cosmos, your inner being, your neighbor's inner being, the inner being of your family members, the inner beings of your ancestors, and on and on and on and on and on it goes. It is difficult to comprehend how many inner beings are at work at the same time, simultaneously shifting. And this is where you get to shift and sort and choose. You are in a great place and time at the moment to choose what you want. Now, many have said, and I've got some guides saying, what if you say, I don't know? Aha. Then you turn to your inner being. Your inner being does know. Your inner being is on that line between the two worlds, physical, here, now, who you are, what you are, your name, your house, your street, those things that are somewhat the character, story, person that you have become in this time-space adventure. And then the authentic part of you, the spiritual part of you, the inner being part of you, that has lived like your soul has, over and over and over again. You turn inward through meditation. If you are at the point where you're not sure, you have no clarity, you can most certainly call upon those that we have gifted and those that we have lifted veils of, and those that have the secrets, or should we say clarity. I would like for all of you to know there are no secrets. There is no trickery. There is no confusion over how you are able to open your third eye center, how you are able to connect with your inner being, how you are able to listen to the wisdom that comes to you and through you. All we require is for you to remember this wisdom, this inner wisdom, this wisdom that says, when you are at the crossroads of I don't know whether left or right, ha, inner being says, listen. Now, as you listen inwardly, what does the inner being know? What does the inner being feel? What does the inner being say? Knowing and feeling and saying, and then there will be a pause. If the ego is engaged during that pause, the mental chit-chat goes something like, okay, well, hurry up, come on. Where is it going to be? What am I going to look at? How is this going to happen? All of that. The chitter-chatter, chitter-chatter, chitter-chatter. And, my friends, you do like your mental chitter-chatter. You do like your mental silliness. Chitter-chatter, all of this. No. Get quiet. The inner being, the vibrational inner being, is above you, below you, within you, without you. Always vibrating, always moving. However, the physical chitter-chatter of the mind wants to keep you distracted, because this is what you know. Then the doubts come. When you don't witness that which you have asked for, clarity, wisdom, love. Many things that the young master Kevin has read, has said that there are those who will say, if spirit is real, or if my ancestors are here, show me a sign, la 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 la, do. I want to know, I want to see, I want to feel. That is the ego. The ego is connected to witnessing. The ego is connected to having to see it, feel it, experience it. Because it gets to say, oh, see, that didn't work. Oh, yes, no, that's not true. Very seldom does the physical, your physical manifestation, ever acknowledge the times with which the miracles occur. The road ahead is opened wide, and you start gliding forward. As you acknowledge these magical miracles, the road ahead opening, the telephone calls inviting you, the invitations to do this or to do that, your inner being begins to stir, and your inner being begins to feel goosebumps, elation, excitement, glee, love, happy. All of those light, bubbly feelings are showing you this is where we go. This is what we do. It is almost as if you are in one of your fantasy movies having a lovely dream. And indeed, when you are in deep relaxation, deep sleep, your spirit world, your inner being, travels. So at this time and space, with so much changing, so much confusion, so much distraction, turn your mind, your emotions, your thoughts and your feelings inward, and listen to your inner child, your inner spirit, your inner soul. If you wish to ask for your guardian angel to present themselves, know they're going to do so in the way of repeating numbers, in the way of bright colours that are odd, that catch your eye, in the way of a flower blooming where it would not normally, in a way where a bird might come visit at your windowsill where they would not normally, in a way that you would stumble upon a book that has just appeared with a title that catches your eye. These are symbols and signs that you are always on the path, that your guardian angel is always with you, and that there should never ever be any confusion as to what you do next. Get quiet, my darlings. Meditate. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. moment by moment, bit by bit, day by day, piece by piece, little by little. And as you endure the remaining weeks of the winterland in the north, the remaining weeks of the summerland in the south, enjoy the solitude. Have you not noticed that in the dead of winter or the height of the summer, there is either a hibernation of thought where things just fall away, or a heightened sense of activity? Middle of the summer, sun. Bask in it. Use this time and energy to move yourself forward, to set your intentions, to follow your blissful thoughts of what you wish to transpire. That is all for now. Thank you so much. Your time is worth something, and we wish you love always. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you. It is always delightful and a pleasure to feel that lovely, just like lovely warm energy from him. Anyway, until next time, I love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.